Well, look who it is. I've really missed you. Let me see. Alright, you seem fine. That's a start. Have the sand bandits been caught yet? Were you scared back then? I mean, I think I would have been. I hope so. You know, if you're scared, you can tell me. I won't tease you. Too much. But seriously, if you need to talk about it, I'm here for you. What's taking them so long? Is this Logan guy really as nefarious and cunning as the papers say? I hope he gets caught soon. Phew, but it's great that you're all right. You don't know how relieved I am to see your face. And oh, look, I brought you a whole bunch of stuff. But take me to the famous Blue Moon Saloon first. I'm dying to try all that sand food. I'm absolutely starving. We can catch up while eating. I have so much to tell you. All right, I'll follow you. We can go anywhere there's fun.
Hey there. A lot of people don't like Sandrock, but I'd say it's pretty much the same as anywhere else. Just catch you later.
I couldn't help but observe that you're always out conversing with people in town. I'd assumed you had some purpose for doing so, but if that's the case, why is it that our interactions are so frequently unsubstantive? So long.
the wind here. Ugh! Ooh, so this is yak milk. I thought it would be gross, but it's actually deliciously good. It's kind of crazy. The first time I travel outside of Highwind, and it's to Sandrock of all places. After you left, I often find myself wondering about you. How your work is going, how you're dealing with the sandstorms, if you're happy, and so on. In my mind, I kind of built you up as this hero, coming to save Sandrock. Silly, isn't it? Hey, don't laugh! I'm serious. I subscribe to the Tumbleweed Standard, and I keep seeing your name pop up. You fixed the moisture farm, beat the googlies, or whatever they're called, and even rebuilt a bridge. It's amazing. Your ma couldn't believe it. She kept saying, "Really? Our child?" Your pa even joked that there must be someone with the same name as you here. They're just not used to us doing grown-up stuff, I guess. You've always been kind of foolhardy, though. Always running into things before thinking. So I guess it kind of makes sense for them to feel that way, right? When you talk like that, it makes you sound so mature. You've really changed, you know. I mean, you're still you, but there's this air of reliability now. I guess I can't call you the idol master anymore. Maybe when I finish school, I should also go somewhere else and expand my horizon. But I don't know. I tend to get lonely by myself. I'll probably be homesick by the second week. Us? You're already becoming a Sandrocker. Now you're all pistols and howdies, right? Look, I'm only staying in Sandrock for 3 days. Then I have to go back and take an exam. I have a little request, though. Can you show me around town? I'd really appreciate the company. Oh, by the way, now that I'm finally here, anything you want to ask me? My studies are going really well, actually. I'm working like crazy to keep my grades up, though. Hey, are you growing any crops? I almost forgot that you're doing desert planting, right? It's so interesting. It uses completely unorthodox techniques. That's kind of what I'm studying at the moment. Unconventional farming methods. Professor Law, my master, is a lead researcher on these methods. Like, how can you increase yield and growth under the same conditions? Or even bringing crops back to life. But, his methods are still under development, so I'm bound to secrecy. Which reminds me, where is the moisture farm in Sandrock? I've heard a great many things about it, so I'm curious. If you're free tomorrow, could you go with me to take a look? Please, pretty please, with an apple cherry on top. They're doing really well. You don't have to worry. When I'm around, they talk about you and Sandrock all the time. They kept wondering if you're making any new friends or getting enough sleep or eating enough. I think they really miss you. Speaking of, your ma wrote a letter. You haven't gotten it yet? Wow, I really got here that fast. Oh, so I have one more question to ask. I finally get to gossip with you. Are you in love? Anyone you met in Sandrock that you like? Or maybe someone likes you? Same old, huh? Still just focused on your work? Phew. I mean, not that I'm happy about that or anything. Oh, we got so caught up in talking, I completely forgot to give you your presents. Besides what your parents brought you, I brought you a couple as well. All right, I think we've talked enough already. Let's eat up. I think I'm gonna hit the hay a little early tonight. All right, you go do your builder stuff. I'm gonna get some rest. Sandrock's bigger than I expected. Luckily, I brought my sneakers, huh?
Thank you. See ya. Howdy. Huh. Howdy. See ya.
X, say thank you.
Thank.
Tailor-made. It's harder to fit a yak mill through the eye of a needle than it is to walk out a tailor-made looking in its super stuff.
Thank you. I made some gifts for Heidi and Pablo. We have this little tea party we do from time to time. But I've been wrapped up with work recently and couldn't go. Now I have these gifts, though. I'm sure they'll forgive me for it. By the way, would you like to come along to the tea party tomorrow? It's afternoon tea, so I can just meet you at the saloon tomorrow at 3 p.m. Great, I'll see you then.
Wow, thank you.
Howdy! What do you think is over the mountains yonder? Probably 100 other prattling ranchers like my dad. I'll stick around here. One yak and yak boy's enough for me. See ya!
Howdy! The weather getting to you? Feels fine to me. See ya.
Hello, Skinny Arms! What are you up to? Me? I just spent a couple of hours standing nude and looking at the reflection in the mirror thinking, what a pulchritudinous specimen. Farewell!
Oh, yes. Yes, these were the good old days. We were so full of hope then. We used to write messages in the sand with straw. If you stuck them in there with a shovel, they'd stay there for a long, long time. But this photo, it was quite a while after we started doing that. Ah, yes. It all started when I found that old book. I thought fate was giving us another chance. From the ruins of the old world that impoverished us, we found a book. One that detailed all sorts of agricultural techniques. Advanced concepts that included even terraforming the desert. The methods in the book seemed out of our grasp, however, until I noticed that the message I used to write in the sand with straw, if I made them into a square, they could protect plants inside it from the blowing sands. And so began the straw grid. I began digging thousands of squares across the desert, sowing stubborn plants in each of them, ones I knew could survive. As the plants grew, the straw became like fertilizer. After a few cycles, sand turned back into soil again. Zeke might have told you something about those days, We were all building the straw grid, and for a while there we thought we were going to put a dent into the sandstorms. But the desert was too strong. We were like droplets of water fighting against an unfeeling ocean. No matter what we did, the winds kept blowing, and our oasis got smaller and smaller. I'm sorry that regaling such a pleasant memory took a rather dark turn. Please, stop by if you find any more of my photos.
Hi. Sandrock is no place to settle down. If you ever receive a better offer elsewhere, with you and your talents, I think you should take it. See ya.
Hello. A lot of people don't like Sandrock. Be seeing ya.
You're here. Good timing. The satellite will pass overhead shortly. I've configured the telescope. I've also attached an SLR to allow direct imaging. We can take photos for further analysis. We still have some time before the satellite arrives. Let's test out the telescope first. The image quality is vastly superior, no? The clarity allows for much more precise imaging for the stars. You know, interestingly, when people believe they are wishing upon shooting stars, they are actually wishing upon rocks falling and burning up in the atmosphere. Stars do not shoot. It is a common misconception. What else do you wish to know? Perhaps an overview of the constellations? I will not peddle astrology, but I know a thing or two about astronomy. According to numerous studies, the Swan was originally a constellation that was used to guide sailors across vast distances. They could follow the movement across the skies to orient themselves. What else do you want to know about? Ah, interestingly, the scientific name for this constellation is Scalasium Major, which is a rare instance of the scientific name and the layman's name aligning. What else do you want to know about? This was the first constellation I learned of. I was 4 at the time. This was a rare instance of scientific knowledge being shared from my parents rather than my grandfather. Much like the swan, it would help them as they were out fishing, providing a point of reference. What else do you want to know about? Interestingly, although we grouped these stars together and named constellations, they were in fact separated by tens of light years. That's enough for now. The scavengers should be here any moment. Bingo! Now! Perfect! It's a lot clearer than I thought. Take a look here. This has to be the satellite's antenna. It's completely intact. It might even be transmitting, which would make it one of the few working satellites remaining. If only we had a working receiver to downlink the scavenger's signal. Think of what we could learn. Ah, but I shouldn't be too greedy. We just installed an equatorial mount and now a camera too. It's already a huge step forward. Since we're on the subject though, let me tell you about a paper I read a few days ago. The sampling of digital control technologies of the old world. What a read. Yes, the antenna on the satellite is one such digital controller. I might have mentioned it a bit last time. Here are the details though. See, people of the old world had hundreds of thousands of satellites up there in the sky. Most of them were destroyed on the day of calamity, but a few should have survived. Now, we've lost most of the communications technology of that period. I mean, we're using wireless telegraphs while they used quantum entanglement, which I don't even have a clue what it means. It just sounds so advanced. My hobby of observing satellites and space stations is my way of trying to connect the dots. If we're able to communicate with these machines, we might be able to recover much of the lost technology. You finally understand now. Teaching is a lot of work. Thanks. You're welcome to talk to me about anything you're unsure about or interested in. I'll do my best to explain thoroughly. You know, I used to deflect from social situations, but it seems in fact that simulating scientific conversation can be had. Interesting. It's getting quite late. Let's call it a night. I need...
Oh, I've never seen you around. Did you come here to see good old Yan?
Are you Mr. Yan, the builder's boss?
It's actually President Yan. But yes, you're not wrong. So, you're the builder's friend? Good, good. Are you by chance interested in becoming a builder here? It's fun, it's enriching, and you can get to work with a friend. I might even be able to move some numbers around and squeeze out a budget for an extra work. So, what do you say? Why don't you and I go inside for a little powwow?
Hey, look who I found. It's President Yan. He even suggested I try out as a builder.
Well, it's always a pleasure to show off my commerce guild, especially to such a beautiful young lady.
Thank you very much.
A devil! A devil, I say!
What's wrong? President Yan, why are you crying? I thought we had such an enlightening conversation.
Don't let me see this girl again! Builder, you just keep her away from me!
Well, that was certainly up. Were you worried about me just now? It's fine.
suspect there might be danger, just head down to the Civil Corps office to file a report.
Morning! Ooh, I slept so well at the Blue Moon. I had a really great dream, too. Decided to come pick you up. Hey, let me see your workshop. What's it? Not bad, not bad. Did you build these machines yourself? And wow, that assembly station is way... Hey, I have an idea. You've been away so long, everyone's forgotten what you look like already. Let's take a photo together to show the folks in Highwind. Yeah! All right, don't pull any stupid faces. Let's do a cool pose. Not bad. All right, I'm gonna tell you our plan for today, okay? That way you won't get worried when you can't find me. I'm visiting the moisture farm later. You know, it's actually really famous. All right, I'm gonna head over...
besides wheat, we also have pomato. Look, they're over there. In the beginning, we really struggled with sandhoppers. It took a few generations to breed something that could withstand them.
That really is a long process. We were also cultivating tomatoes in one of our experimental greenhouses last semester. I had the highest yield of tomatoes. But the potatoes it produced, it must have had something to do with the soil.
Hello. I was just talking to your friend here.
Ah, you're here! Mr. Zeke was just showing me around the moisture farm. He said you repaired the hydrogel. Oh, by the way, Mr. Zeke, Professor Law said that if you want to grow bigger and juicier tomatoes, you need to control the irrigation temperature. If the temperature gets too low, it's not conducive to proper absorption of nutrients.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, and just call me Zeke.
I just remembered the little greenhouses you used to make me. I planted some banana berries there. They turned out delicious. So sweet. Ah, I'm sorry. My mind likes to jump around a lot. I just say what pops into my head. The builder used to call me Goldfish because of it.
I understand. It's nice to find someone with a similar love of botany.
What about you? Do you like planting here? All right, expert. Since you're so high and mighty, first question. Which tool is necessary for planting in the desert? Next, what kind of produce can't be grown in the desert?
That's right. It's really hard to grow lettuce in Sandrock.
Lettuce and many other crops need sticky and moist soil. Although most of the free cities can grow them, it's a real struggle in Sandrock. But don't give up. I'm sure in the future, breakthroughs will be made, and we'll be enjoying Sandrock lettuce. Oh, I didn't trip you up at all. If I had known, I'd have prepared more difficult questions. You should see the questions on our tests. But if I'm honest, your answers kind of show that you really do care for your crops. I'm proud of you. Planting is actually a super interesting... Oh, by the way, Zeke, I have something to ask you. These are the raspberry seeds cultivated by our school. The school heard I was coming to Sandrock and asked me to give these seeds to you. The teachers are curious about how these seeds will grow in a desert greenhouse. If it all goes well, maybe you'll be eating raspberries soon.
Thank you. I'll accept this on behalf of Sandrock. Let's grow this together. All right, that's all of them.
Thank you too, Zeke. I learned a lot today.
Now, you two take care. I need to go take care of some crops.
That was really great. When I was hanging out with you, it really felt like I'd been here for years. If I'm honest, I kind of want to stay a little longer. No, of course not. Well, maybe a little. Well, thanks for coming with me today. I'm not gonna hold you up any longer. I'll see myself around town. I kinda wanna see the sights. I'm leaving early tomorrow morning after all. I'm trying to think about what to bring home as...
New test subject.
low. Not dog.
Hello. How do you smash rocks all day and still have biceps like that? What's your protein intake like? Not hating, just saying. Bye.
We meet again. Thank you. Getting an assistant isn't something that's off the table for me, as long as they've got it where it counts. Goodbye.
Hey there.
Ah. Huh? Be seeing ya. I can't wait to see how this new electric kiln works.
Amazing! This is it! Fantastic work! I knew you could do it. It seems your job is done. But you don't have to be so quick out the door. That is, if you wanted to stay for a while, you certainly could. Really? I'm afraid I'm not usually much for entertaining guests. I suppose I'll have to try my best for you. Why don't we try out this new kiln you've built? I'm sure I could use a bit of assistance. If I'm being absolute honest, I'm a bit afraid to turn it on. What if that masked man is right? What if I can't make the ceramics like he's encountered on his travels? I hope you're right. Though, I'll admit, the whole encounter left me rather uncomfortable. I wanted to set a good example for Avio. I wanted to show him that we shouldn't let ourselves be put down by haughty businessmen. He has a history of letting himself be pushed around, you know. It is very difficult, though, defending one's art in the face of such a connoisseur. Do you think so? I was actually quite terrified. In fact, in the moment, I think it was your advice that came to mind. That mysterious man was being a creep, as you say. A bit cowardly to say such things to my face from behind a mask, isn't it? In any case, I need to stop feeling sorry for myself. Both you and Avio believed in me enough to get us this far, so I simply try my best. There is no more room for doubt. Let's begin! You need to keep your hands steady. Try not to shake. Control your breathing. From a distance, I can't tell who worked on which. You've got quite a knack for these kinds of things. Once the glaze is finished, I'll send one of them to you. Thanks for spending time with me. It was nice chatting and working on this project together. Perhaps it could be said that we make a good team. I'll see you soon. Goodbye for now.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Mort?
Huh. Mr. Mort was my father. Please, just call me Mort.
Mort? It's nice to meet you. Before I came here, I learned so much about you and Martle. You two are inspiring. Not only did you build a town in the desert, but you expanded the boundaries of human civilization. Even now, you're still fighting the sandstorms.
You sing my praises too highly, I fear. We were simply young and stumbled on a beautiful oasis. But times have changed since then. I fear it is no longer the town we once found.
Don't you worry, Mort. My friend will help rebuild this town, and in the future, loads of people are going to come.
Ha! I hope to see that day.
Hello, the relic.
Hey, ranch is boring today. Hey, got any bread ideas? What kind of fun? Take her easy.
Sorry I'm late.
You're fine. We just got here a little early.
Ooh, what have we here? You brought our fine associate to the tea party, have you? Meeting the friend group already? Things must...
Pablo's just teasing. You'll get used to it.
And why the third degree, Pablo? Sounds like someone's jealous.
Couldn't tell you. I've never had to be jealous.
I'm sorry. I've been so preoccupied with work lately. It's been so long since I've been able to come.
Well, while we're doing confessions, you've been away for so long I was forced to open up auditions for your replacement. But you know, when certain entrepreneurial gentlewomen hear they have to spend a little on the premium tea and dessert, they back down. It seems not many in this town are interested in refining their palate. So you're safe.
I see. I suspected your response to my absence would be less than charitable. As such, I've brought a present for each of you, as an apology.
Aha! Her tact is surpassed only by her beauty. Very well, Miss Amira. The club curator recognizes your gifts. All is forgiven.
Seconded. And wow, this gift box is just stunning, Amira. Wait, there's more inside?
It's a small teacup, handmade as you might expect. Look, I engraved your names on them too. The builder helped me create the fragrant satchels, so you'll always be able to enjoy a pleasant aroma that should pair nicely with any tea leaf.
Very personal. I approve. You must join us for tea. If not only for your charm, because I've grown weary of these two beauties. Give me something new to look at.
Right back at you, Sunshine.
Yes, do please join us more often. I feel like you'd be a suitable member for our tea party. Pablo, as he mentioned, is the leader. Heidi and I are his knights. And together we call ourselves the Fleeting Youth Tea Society.
Fleeting, as in swift. We are all that remains of the vibrant artistic Sandrock scene that once was. So it goes without saying we're always on the lookout for new members. So charmingly positive. But we already have the nice one. That role is fulfilled by none other than our alliterative architect, Miss Heidi. Never mind that. We'll play it by ear. Good find, Miss Amira.
Why, Pablo? Can it be? Are you starting to trust my judgment?
There's nothing in the rule book that says we can't have two nice ones.
Typical nice one response. Very well then. Let the induction ceremony begin.
Great. Well, today's on me then. I've always wanted to celebrate a new member.
Heidi, you can't keep doing this.
Come on, Ami. Who are we to turn down our big fancy architect's kind offer? Quickly now. A toast before she changes her mind.
Toast what? This is tea, not yak mill milk.
Success. Come now, that's a given. Let's toast to something better.
As our newest member, why don't you make a toast? Exactly what I was thinking.
Yes, very good. And quick addendum? To Sandrock becoming the art capital of the Free Cities.
You're just going to leave it there?
Surely your story isn't over.
When it comes to my own tea, I prefer sipping to spilling.
Oh, come on now. Just a hint.
What happens in Walnut Grove stays in Walnut Grove, my darlings.
What? She didn't.
She did.
She wouldn't.
She would.
Goodness.
I thought she was a nun.
She was.
They're actually doing really well. They have their own company and everything. It's called A&G.
Boring. Not juicy enough. Next, Amira. Whatever happened to that one guy who liked you? Waited outside your shop for a while?
Which one?
You know. The ugly one.
Which one?
It's lovely to have new members. Till next time.
Bye, everyone. I really have to get back to work, though.
That was lovely. And I think our gifts were a hit. I think you can give yourself a bit more credit. I've become quite a fan of your creations, especially the most intricate ones. In any case, I do hope you'll stop by again. Take this with you, and welcome once again to the Fleeting Youth Tea Society.